Hey everyone, in this video I'm taking a look at a stun gun. It's made by Vipertek and it's the model VTS-989. And I think Vipertek is the best brand of budget stun guns. And what I mean by budget stun guns is you can get a Vipertek stun gun for under $20. In fact, they even have some models that are only about $10 or $11. There are other brands of budget stun guns, but I think Vipertek is the one to look at if you're looking at a budget stun gun. Now, certainly these are made relatively cheaply in China, and I'm not really sure exactly how long they're going to last, so they're not necessarily for like police or security field use. But I think just for general personal usage to have on hand and for the price, I think they are a good price. So check the description field of this video for links to where you can get these. You can literally get this model for under $20. So this is everything that it comes with. You can see the box here that it comes with on the right. Then you've got a charge cable. This has an internal battery, so it charges with this charge cable. Internal rechargeable battery, that is. And this is the little case for it, and also has a little belt loop so you can wear it on your belt. And this case is made so that you can actually use the stun gun while it's in the case. So you can get access to it real easily and use it if you would like. And then here's the stun gun. Now the one nice thing about this particular model is the form factor is a little bit larger. They do have cheaper models that have a smaller form factor. It's basically just this part here, and then you've got the prongs here. So the smaller one would fit nicer in a pocket or a purse, although it's not as powerful. So that's something to consider. Also, this form factor is a little bit nicer in that you can use it more like a weapon in a way, because it fits real nicely in the hand, and you can just sort of like punch somebody with it without even stunning. You can kind of use this kind of as a weapon. It just fits in the hand nicer. Also, it's more powerful too, so it packs more of a stunning punch than the lower end models. Although the lower model is cheaper. So let me show you this. It actually has an LED flashlight built in, so it has a 3-position switch here. This is the firing switch, so if it's off, obviously nothing's going to happen. So it's off on the lower part of the switch, on the low end. Then you put it in the middle and it turns it into a flashlight. As you can see, the LED flashlight went on. Now, it's not the brightest LED flashlight in the world. It is fairly bright, and it's brighter than lower end models. However, it's not the best LED flashlight in the world, but it is certainly usable and serviceable. So then when you put the switch up to the arming position, that's all the way up, you see the red light on, and that means the thing is charged and ready to stun. So in practice, it's very easy to go from the off position to, the stun position very quickly. But it is something that if you want to be ready, you want to kind of practice with it and make sure that you know this unit inside and out, so you're not accidentally stunning yourself or somebody else. So now it's in the armed unit, and here I'll go ahead and fire it off. It packs a serious wallop. Also, it's quite threatening in terms of the sound that it makes. I don't know if you could hear it in this video, but it really makes a loud sound. So even if you're not actually going to stun someone with it, just threatening them with it is quite a bit frightening. But one of the things about this model is the metal is extended down here, and I think that's for if somebody tries to grab it from you, you can still stun them. And if they're touching both of those metal parts on the side, they will get stunned. But it also is something to be aware of with this model, because if you grab it and press the button yourself, you're going to get stunned. So in other words, this whole top part, you just want to be careful with. But yeah, it packs quite a wallop. And yeah, that's going to really hurt somebody if they get stunned. And again, this particular model is certainly stronger than lower end models in terms of the amount of stun that the person is going to get. That was one of the reasons why I got this model, because I figure if I'm going to have a stun gun, I wanted to, pack quite a punch. So this is what it looks like in the case. And as you can see, the buttons are sort of covered by parts of the case, so that's a little bit odd. But, you can open the case real easily and then pull this out quite fast. So yeah, it's basically in the case right now. You can kind of see that the buttons are covered by parts of the case, but it is operational when it's in the case, if you kind of know what you're doing. So, you just have to open this, and then you can operate the stun gun, while it's in the case. If you're looking for something a little bit smaller, you might look at the Vipertek Mini stun gun, which is a little bit of a smaller form factor, although they aren't as powerful, so they don't pack as much of a punch in terms of the stun. Also, the light on those is not quite as good. However, you can find those for a pretty cheap price, like under, about $12 or so. So this has been my look of the VTS-989 stun gun, and I think it's a pretty good stun gun for the price. Thanks for watching.